There he is. All right. And Damo, you ready to get this thing going?
I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
All right. Well, hey, guys, listen, I want to welcome everybody to MWR Financial's 2020 grand finale. And my name's Brian House. I am the CEO and co-founder of MWR Financial. And tonight, my job's going to be pretty easy. I'm going to kind of explain to you why we're running this promotion, what it's all about, and how it can actually benefit you. And so I'll get to that in just a second, but I want to say this first of all. For anybody out there that is already in MWR Financial, if you haven't done so yet, definitely start your watch parties. We're going to share this information with as many people as we possibly can so that we can be a blessing to others, because that's exactly what this time of year is all about. And that's one of the reasons we put together this promotion, which is our 2020 grand finale promotion. And I'm going to try to explain this to you as clear as I possibly can. But the reason we did this is because of the fact that 2020 for a lot of people has been a challenging year. And would you agree with that, Adamo?
Absolutely.
Yeah, between elections, between COVID, between so many challenges that have been happening out there with people losing employment and even people losing their lives, which, to this pandemic, we wanted to be a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And one thing I want to share with everybody is that not everybody has been losing in this pandemic. There are literally thousands of people that are partnered with MWR Financial that have seen significant increases in their cash flow. They've seen significant increases in their incomes, and it's through our 4321 message that you guys are going to hear about tonight. And we have a phenomenal presenter that's going to do that. But what we're so excited about in regards to our grand finale promotion is that we decided for the next 20 days, we're going to give away $1,000 a day for the next 20 days. And that totals up to a total of 20 grand or $20,000. And the way this works is that tonight is the first of 20 different presentations that we will be doing. And every night, what we will be doing at the beginning of each of these presentations is we will be holding a live drawing for anybody that joins our company or decides to participate with MWR Financial, is what we refer to as a qualified financial director, which means that once you've seen all this, you want to take advantage of everything our company has to offer. And I highly recommend you do so. And you don't have to take my word for it. You're going to see why I say that in just a second. But we're going to do a drawing at the beginning of every presentation, every night for the next 20 nights. Okay, tonight's the first night. So whoever gets involved with MWR Financial today and tonight, tomorrow at 9:30, when we start the presentation, we're going to do a drawing, and we're going to draw one of those people that got started today, one of those people, and they're going to receive $500. They're going to receive a $500 bonus from MWR Financial. But what's so exciting about that is the person that introduced them to MWR Financial, their sponsor in MWR Financial, is also going to receive $500. Now, why is that so exciting? Because tonight is the first night. Tonight is the first night. Now, what that means for all of you that are seeing this tonight as a guest, if you decide after you see everything, after we educate you with what our company has to offer, and you decide you want to get started, you could literally win that drawing tomorrow night. But if you don't win it, you could share this program with a few other people over the next 20 days. And one of them may be drawn because they're a new qualified financial director. And if they're drawn, you would end up getting that $500 bonus also as their sponsor. So guys, the whole point with this is we want to get this message out there. We have been so blessed. The people in this company, and Damo can tell you, and so many of our leaders, We have so many people that have been blessed during this pandemic that no longer have to worry about money being an issue in their life. Okay. And you're going to see exactly why in just a second. But I just wanted to take a minute. I wanted to welcome all of you to this presentation. I'm extremely excited that you're here. I'm excited that you get in on the front end to be able to participate in this promotion. I'm excited about what you're getting ready to see, and more excited, more importantly, I'm excited about the person who is getting ready to share this information with you. And so instead of me stealing his thunder, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to our president of field and leadership development, somebody that is a dear friend of mine, has had a tremendous amount of success in this industry, and who is helping us pave the way for so many people when it comes to what we're doing here at MWR Financial. I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, Mr. Indamo Tolson. And Indamo, if you would you please give a proper introduction to our presenter, our phenomenal presenter for tonight that's going to share this information. So, buddy, it is all yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you, Brian. I'm telling you, I am super excited about introducing the young lady that you're going to hear from tonight. This person, what she has done, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's an author, she's a co-founder of her own online church, doing amazing things. They call her the mommy juggler. She is so powerful in what she's done. She hails from the Bronx, New York, but now she lives in Raleigh, North Carolina area. And what I appreciate about her and her family is that she's incorporated her family into a business. She understands what it means to come out here and do something very, very worthy. She's gone out, and what I love about her is she's positioned herself in record time to reach the documented position of district director in our company. And that's significant. She was one of the first 6 to achieve that position in our company. And that is absolutely powerful. What she does and what that position means is not only is she having success in the company, but she's helping others to do the same. So with that, help me give a warm welcome to someone that is absolutely going to see that she has a lot of fun helping people get money as an issue out of the way. And the one other thing you're going to know about her, you're going to get 100% of the knowledge and the facts about exactly what MWR Financial is all about. So without any further ado, let me bring on my good friend. I get to call her my good friend, Miss Jatasha Harris.
Yay.
Are you there, Jatasha?
I am here.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to turn it over to you, Jatasha. Great to have you here, and the call is yours.
Awesome. Wonderful. You can see me and hear me okay?
I can.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you so much, Indamo, for the warm welcome. I so appreciate that. And yes, you said it, BX in the house. But yes, I am in the Raleigh-Durham area. Thank you, Mr. House, for this amazing opportunity. I'm so excited to be on here sharing this platform with you all, this company that you have created, which is a beast of a company. My husband and I are forever grateful to you. And so I'm excited. Everybody, hello. Happy Tuesday, December 1st, right? We are in the first part, or I should say the first part of the month, but the end of the year. And truly excited and grateful to be on this platform tonight, just to close out this year. I know this year has not, as our CEO and our president said, has not been the greatest of years for some people, but then it's also been a blessing of a year for so many others. And my husband and I have been able to experience that in a huge way in just this year. So much has happened, and I'll go more into that as we go into the presentation. But as Mr. Tolson already alluded to, my name is Jatasha Harris. My husband and I we work our business together, this company that we're part of, MWR Financial. I am the founder and CEO of a women's empowerment company and also pastor of an online church with my husband. And he was a detective with the police department up until 2 weeks ago. You're going to hear a little bit more about that as I go through the presentation. He's been in the law enforcement field now for just about 7 years. We're parents too. So Moms, dads out there, Mommy Juggler came from that name of having our children, doing real life, having an 11-year-old, a daughter, a 9-year-old daughter, and a 5-year-old son. And we just recently added a fur baby, 7-month-old, to the mix. We are excited about that, but it has not always been that way. My background is in business. I went to college, got a degree in finance, actually served in the military for 8 years. So did all those things, right? The parents told us to do. Go get that good education and go ahead and land that good job. While I was working in corporate America, making a 6-figure income, very, very comfortable, but not happy with where I was, right? Knew there was something greater in me that I had to go and do, just didn't know exactly how to get there. And my husband, his background was in law enforcement, criminal justice, never practiced it, but he decided 7 years ago he wanted to. We picked up, moved to North Carolina, built a home. Okay, stepped out on complete faith because we didn't have anybody down here except for my husband's dad, which doesn't even live that close to us. We came down in this area 3 months in. 3 months in, I need you to hear me. The Lord told me to walk away from my job. Now, my job had just given me a $20,000 increase in my salary, and I was also able to work from home instead of going into a building like I used to in New York. So you would thought the situation was sweet. People were like, "Woo, good job. Oh my God, that's a blessing." 3 months in, walked away. The Lord told me to do it. Now, of course, I had to ask my husband, well, not ask, but share it with him. And he didn't hear the Lord tell him that. He said, but babe, I know your situation and I know your relationship, so I'm going to go ahead and give my blessing. And that's what we did. I thought my traditional, coaching, empowerment company, business, all of that was going to explode. I was going to surpass that 6 figures. Well, that did not happen. Not only did it happen, it didn't happen for 5 years. So here we are on one income for 5 years because I walked away. Now, I could have easily went back and leaned on a degree and all of that stuff, but that would be me running into fear instead of continue to walk by faith. So my husband did what most husbands would do. He stepped up and he went and grabbed 120 additional hours on top of the already 160 hours a month he was working. So 280 hours a month, this man was working to cover what I walked away from for 5 years. So you could only imagine we were in a very, very tight place financially. It was stressful on the marriage, the parenting, we was fussing, the kids was fussing. We were all a mess, right? It put a strain on us. But I said, you know what, Lord, if you brought me to this, you're going to bring me through it. I know there's people like the Eric Worre's and the Robert Kiyosaki's and all those guys who had similar stories where they had to make huge sacrifices, right? But for the long-term gain. So it's because they left them breadcrumbs that I was able to read and continue to personal develop and spiritual develop to stay the course instead of going run back to where it was comfortable. And here we are 2 years later, fast forward, right? 2 years ago, I should say, fast forward, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Jonathan H. Seigler reached out to me on LinkedIn and asked me, would I take a look at something that can empower people? The same information that I'm getting ready to show you was shown to me. And I looked at it, didn't know this man from anywhere, didn't have any mutual friends, contacts, connections on any social media platforms. But I said, yes, I listened because he said empower. When I looked at that information, it blew me away. We needed everything about what this program was offering and then some. Okay. My husband, I shared it with him. Y'all know I always share stuff with him. And he said, babe, if this is real, it's going to change not just our life, but people we are connected to who need this program just as much as we do. And so we got back with him. We said, yes, we're interested. We want to go ahead and move forward. And that was one of the best decisions we could have made, because here we are, fast forward 2 years later, and we have changed everything about our financial house. Our mindset had to shift first. And once that shifted, everything else behind it shifted. So let's go ahead and jump in. And I'm going to show you exactly what was shown to us. And then I'm going to share some of our testimony as I go through. And you're going to hear from some people too towards the end where they also have experienced this in a short period of time, the success. All right. So let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Get that up and running. You should be able to see it now. All right, and we'll start from the beginning. Here we go. So the company we're talking about tonight is called MWR Financial. MWR stands for Make Wealth Real. It's America's leading financial strategies company that provides everything you need to shift and grow your income. Typically, I will tell you all about the CEO, but you just heard the CEO speak, Mr. Brian House, man of God, which that actually struck me. But because he was a businessman and he knew his stuff, been in business for over 30 plus years. right? Built his last company, $12 million yearly is what he was bringing in. So he definitely does not need any additional finances, but he decided that he was going to start this company because he was tired of seeing people get themselves in good shape in certain areas and then fall short in others. And it was almost like this up and down yo-yo effect. So he said, you know what? I'm going to show people not just how to make money, but I'm going to show them how to grow, save, and protect their money tax-free and risk-free. And that is why MWR Financial got started. So why are we here? We're here to talk about a topic that a lot of people either don't like to talk about or love to talk about. But we're going to talk about it tonight. It's called money. All right. Whose money? We're talking about your money. So go ahead and grab a pen and pad, or if not, screenshot these slides as we go through so you can have this to go back and reference. So the numbers that you're going to need to remember are going to be 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's 4 financial challenges remedied by 3 solutions, achieving 2 objectives, all handled by one company. Now, here are the 4 challenges that financial challenges that most Americans face right here. Number 1 is taxes, one of your biggest expenses that you have in life, right? 2, credit and debt. You also know that when you don't have enough to maintain your current lifestyle, what's the next thing you typically do? You go and put it on credit, charge it up, accumulate yourself a lot of debt. We know that well. We did that. Big business. Big business, I always call this the little tricky one because this is the one that have you out there because the calendar says, oh, it's Black Friday, you got to go shop. You're out there shopping. Oh, it's Thanksgiving, you got to go out there and get all this food and do all the shopping. Oh, it's Christmas, you got to go out there and go spend money because people want, gifts. Okay, then you talk about January, New Year's, right? I always say you either in the clubhouse or you're in the church house, but you definitely can't have the same outfit you had on last year. So you got to what? Get you something new. You're spending money again. February, Valentine's Day, right? You got March, spring break. You have April, Easter. Ladies can't go inside the church house with the same hat on, right? You got to wear a different hat because it will come up on your Facebook memory showing what you had on last year. So you need a new outfit. Then you have May, Memorial Day, Mother's Day. You got to take care of the mommies. June, Father's Day. You got to take care of the daddies, right? July, 4th of July, August, back to school, September, Labor Day, October, you're doing harvest, Halloween, and here we are back to November, Thanksgiving, and Black Friday. These are ways money is going out of your pocket. We didn't even talk about your birthday yet, right? You got to do your birthday turn up. Then you talk about baby showers, wedding, anniversaries, bridal showers, bachelorette parties. You're spending money constantly. That's how big business is constantly in your face targeting you. And then you have inflation, which simple put is, look, when gas and grocery prices go up, but those paychecks don't go up with it, what are you dealing with, right? Inflation. So now 1/3 of your income are going to all these different places. Well, 3/3 equals a whole. So you don't even have any money left, right, to save or invest for what? Retirement. So the results for most Americans is this. 78% are living paycheck to paycheck. 70% are paying too much in taxes. 80% have credit challenges. 90% are buried in debt, which leaves 70% of Americans with less than $5,000 saved at age 65. Now, this right here, I want this to be a little bit interactive. So I need you guys to do some work. All right. I want everybody to tell me what age, go ahead and put it in the chat. What age did you start working your first job? Very first job. 13, 14, 15. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I was 13 when I started working. Most people on average, roughly about 15 years of age. 65 years old is retirement age. So everybody do the math. That's 50 years. 50 years you are working and you don't even have $5,000 saved by 65. So that means to tell you, what are you doing in those years? Well, according to statistics, 78% are living paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, that's why you can't save, because you're just barely getting by. I don't know about you, but I don't want to say welcome to Walmart at 65 years old, like we see so many seniors doing. You go into Walmart, Home Depot, Costco's, BJ's, what do you see? People there greeting you or they're checking your tickets. Those are seniors there. They're not there because they want to be there. They're there because they have to. All right. So now that I kind of brought the mood down a little bit, I'm going to bring it back up, because now that you know how your income has been shifting away from you, we're going to talk about how to shift it back. What is income shifting? Well, it's a financial strategy that we use to shift income back to the original owner, and that original owner is you. So there's 3 solutions that everyone needs in order to make this happen. All right. So 3 things, lock in on that. 3 things you need to overcome those challenges we just talked about. First one is cash flow management. Second one is business income. Third one is investment income. In order to shift your income back to you, you need to be able to minimize your taxes, your debt, and your expenses. To increase your income, you need controlled and owned income, residual income, and leverage income. And to get your money working for you, you need compound interest, capital gains and dividends, business residuals, and royalties. Let me break it down so it can make total sense. For those of you listening, that's a W-2 employee. You know you're taxed on your wages, right? You're taxed up to 37%. You, as an employee, you work, you pay your taxes first, and then you spend what's left. Well, the problem is most people don't even have anything left to spend. So the next logical thing that people think to do is what? Go get themselves another job. Well, now you may have the extra income that you're looking for, but you just traded a whole bunch of time, right, for some money to get it. And that's what people typically do that are solely W-2 employees. But if you move on over here to the business side, you're taxed on your profits up to 23%. So already right there is better. Your business works, your business spends first, and then you're taxed on what's left. Well, here, this is a better plan because you're utilizing tax laws in your favor for leverage. Why? Because tax laws were written for people who own businesses. They were never written for people who work a job. So while you're sitting there trying to figure out how to get ahead, it's because you do not have yourself a business, right? And now when you do your taxes, you get to utilize what you need first, and then you tell the IRS, here, go ahead and tax what's left because you have control and ownership. When you are a W-2 employee, you do not have that kind of control. And then lastly, as an investor, even better, you're taxed up to 15%, right, on your profits. Your money works 24/7. Your money goes out there and makes more money for you. Don't call in sick. It don't take breaks. It don't come back to work late. It don't have authority issues. It has one job, and that job is to go out and make more money for you, and you're taxed the least. And now you have time and financial freedom. Because if you ever met somebody who they always down to go somewhere, they ready to roll, they always got time, but they never have the money. Okay. Or you may know people who got the money. Money is never an issue, but they never have the time because they're constantly working for money. We're going to talk about how you can have both time and financial freedom. And I think right here, everybody can agree there's two reasons why you work. One is your current lifestyle. Two is your future lifestyle. I always say you have right now bills, so you need right now money. But you also don't want to be saying welcome to Walmart at 65. You want to leave an inheritance, right, to your children and their children's children's children and not leave a bill. So there's one company that does it all, and that's what we're talking about today. It's called MWR Financial Strategies company that provides everything you need to shift and grow your income. Now, there's a movement happening right here, guys. It's called the Make Wealth Real movement. It's to provide American families with everything they need to overcome the financial challenges that's been created by our tax, credit, banking, and educational systems so you can live the current and future lifestyle that you want. Now, here are the goals, and I love these goals. I call them the no-brainer goals. Why? Because when you can take the brains out of something and it still makes sense, it's no-brainer, right? Here we go. Eliminate $50 billion in consumer debt. Well, if you know that you have debt, wouldn't you want to take your debt and throw it here inside of a company that's a goal is to eliminate debt? They don't care whose debt it is. You have debt and you decide to plug it in there, they're going to show you how to eliminate it. And their goal is to go grab $50 billion worth. Okay, to create 10,000 millionaires and 150,000 six-figure earners. Well, if you know that you're not a six-figure earner or millionaire, that's a no-brainer. If a company's going to show you how to become one, I think you want to press in and listen in a little bit more. And then to generate $100 billion in investment income. Well, if you don't have any investments, that's a no-brainer. And if you have investments, there's nothing to go run home and tell mama about, right? Then there you go. That's a no-brainer. So how it's all made possible for you, because I promise you the person who invited you on here, they did not get you on here at 9:30 at night to come and tell you a whole bunch of bad news and stuff you're not doing and not show you how to actually implement to make your situation even better. So how it's made possible is through what's called our Financial Edge membership and our MWR Financial Business Opportunity. Now I'm going to introduce to you first the Financial Edge membership. This is your personal team of financial experts that use proven strategies to shift and grow your income. It's everything that you need to succeed, just like a financial expert without having to become one. So for anybody on here thinking they got to go back to school, they got to take tests, they got to do written exams and certifications, none of that. Why? Because our experts, they do all of the work for you. So I like to use the analogy of a baseball field, right? On Saturdays, we have a women's call. We do a hair salon because as ladies, we can connect and relate to hair salon, but we're going to use a baseball field And I'm going to go around some bases and I'm going to explain to you exactly how the program works. So first base is our Money Max division. That division there consists of licensed CPAs, CFPs, and EAs, that's certified public accountants, certified financial planners, and enrolled agents. These are people who work alongside of the IRS. They're going to help you to be able to talk to them about any tax or financial matter on demand. All right, that's one of the many services that they provide. The other one that's huge is that they're going to help the W-2 employee see if they qualify to get an instant pay raise in their paycheck monthly of on average $300 to $600 a month. And you don't have to do anything extra to receive it other than submit your last 2 pay stubs in your most recent tax return in the system. This right here was the first thing that my husband and I heard. Why? Because he was working all those hours and we needed extra money to stop him from having to work those many hours. So when we plugged our stuff in, we were able to get back $400 a month in his paycheck every month. That was just enough to take him out for a couple hours so he can sleep more. We've been getting that since we've been in this company once he plugged in for 28, 29 months since we've been here. Okay. Some people are getting 200. Some people are getting 1,000. You're going to hear somebody who's getting over $1,500. You're going to hear that in a little bit. Okay. A month because of this instant pay raise. All right. That's one of our programs there. Second base is our Credit Max division. This division here helps you to restore your credit anywhere from 50 to 150 points on average. Some people are a little bit lower, some people are high, but what is that doing for people? Well, it's helping you go from rentership to home ownership because you're now able to have a better credit score so you can go get you inside that house that you wanted. Because right now you can't apply for anything without that credit score being checked. It needs to be in good shape. Then we're helping people who already own a home to be able to refinance because now your credit score is in better shape. We know this so well because we just did this ourselves. Okay. And then lastly, a lot of people don't realize that your credit score is attached to your auto insurance. When that goes up, your auto insurance payments go down lower. We also help in the areas of judgments, lien, foreclosures, bankruptcies. Our experts do the work. So all you're doing is submitting your credit report into the system one time. They grab it and they do all the letter writing and negotiations, the disputing, all of that stuff. You literally sit back and wait for your monitoring program to update you, or you start getting a flood of stuff in the mail saying you qualify for this credit card. I mean, we get so much every day. I'm constantly shredding. But this is what this program is doing. We were able to walk into the dealership last year and purchase a Mercedes-Benz truck with our own financing. Didn't have to worry about getting haggled because they got our credit score in good shape. We messed our credit score up when I walked away from the job because once we didn't have the income, we needed to start using credit cards. But then we got to a point where we couldn't even afford the minimum payment because that went up high. We used so much of the amount that was on there. So that jacked us up. So in 1 year, we were able to plug in and see that happen. So that's second base. And then third base is our Equity Max division. This division here helps you to eliminate debt in record time, 1/3 to 1/2 the time without you changing your monthly payments, your budget, your job, your income. You have, let's say, 30 years worth of debt. You plug it into the system, okay? They're going to hold you accountable. They give you a statement that shows you every month what you need to do, where you need to be. You're going to see your debt-free date. You're going to see your millionaire date. You plug your information in there, and then now you see yourself chipping away, and following exactly what you are told to do. That's what we did. Because we had a lot of debt and we were doing them little minimum payments when we were able to. And then it got to the point when we couldn't. So that was adding on more fees because we weren't even paying the regular payment. So we had a lot of debt. Once we plugged in there, we started to see how to pay things off faster. And we started following the plan that they gave us. So now we're down to only a few more debt. We still have debt, but nowhere near what we had when we came in. And then the latest thing that we added was Bill Shredder. Game changer. Why? Because that helps you with your current bills. These are professional negotiators that's going to go in and communicate, right, with your cable company, your internet company, your cell phone, your home phone company, your security company. They'll go and negotiate to get your bills down even lower. Now, we plugged ours in. Our security bill was already low, but I put it in because I wanted to see what they could do. I put it in, they turned around and got my bill down additional $10 a month. So here my bill is extremely low already, and then they turn around and took off another $10. One of our business partners, she just plugged hers in the other day, $929 in savings for the year for her security company. And they're still working on things. I mean, the testimony, we got pages and pages and pages of testimonies in our MWR financial testimonial page that's showing you what these programs are doing for us and so many people. So if you notice so far, first, second, and third base were all ways to do what? Show you how to bring more cash flow back into the house. Remember I said you need 3 solutions. Well, we just went over cash flow management. So now what do you do with that extra cash? Well, most people, they blow it. Most people, they don't know what to do. And the next thing you know, they look up, they got themselves in good shape and go right back down into the hole that they just dug themselves out of. How do I know? We did it. So our CEO was tired of seeing that. He said, you know what? I want to add and implement a program, a system that's going to show people not just how to make money, but how to grow, save, and protect it tax-free, right? With minimum to no risk. So he added in an investment side of the program, and it's called Wealth Max. That there consists of licensed security advisors and licensed insurance agents that are going to show you how to put money into what's called a private reserve account, a PRA. You probably have never heard of it before because they're not teaching about PRAs in schools. They're teaching you about what? 401k, 403b. You learn about that. The difference here is that the 401k and the 403b, that's attached to the stock market. So when the stock market is doing well, everybody's happy. Woo, yay. But when the stock market goes down and crashes, as we just recently seen not that long ago, you lose, right? But a PRA is not attached to it. It rides alongside of it. So when the market goes up, the PRA is going up. When the market crashes or go down, we stay the same. How do I know? We have 2 private banks. We have 2 PRAs. We watched it literally. We just all came through the pandemic. So we seen as the market was going down, our PRA money didn't go anywhere. My husband, his job at the time was matching his 401k. So we put the minimal amount in there as recommended by our advisor, just because the company was giving him free money. So we didn't really, that wasn't money that we were going to really miss. Put it in there, and that even dropped by 37%, where our PRA stayed right there. It's powerful because with a PRA, you're averaging roughly interest about 8%. Okay. What also is nice about it, unlike a 401k, is that you can borrow against your PRA if in the event something comes up that you need some cash for. You can do that and not be penalized. You can do it before retirement age and still be accumulating that interest as if all of the money was in the account. 401k, the minute you touch it, you're getting penalized and taxed and all of that. How do I know? We did it ourselves. When we didn't have the extra, we went and depleted every account we could possibly have that we had because we needed extra cash. And we got penalized and charged and didn't even think twice about it. But it hurt us when we look back at it. Okay. So the last thing, in all of these strategies, I want everybody to know this is not new to what I'm sharing with you. Top 6%, the wealthy, have been doing this for years. So I don't want you to think this is brand new, something that we're doing. No, it's not. It's just we're not being taught this. Okay. And then PRAs, they've been around for 25 plus years. Not new, but again, you're not being taught this. You're being taught 401k. Now, land banking, this is another investment strategy that a lot of wealthy people have been using, and they purchase commercial and industrial real estate. Okay. They're going to show you how to purchase land for 20 to 40% below market value. They're going to show you how to do it in the path of growth. And in some instances, you can purchase it without even writing a check. Okay. This is what our experts are doing. They're going to show you where to purchase this land. So you're not going to go and just try to figure it out. They know that these areas are getting ready to explode. They make recommendations of where you should purchase. You purchase that land, you sit on it, and you wait until the big businesses come in. They come in, they want the land, you sell it to them, top dollar, you grab your cash, and you go and put it into a tax shelter, i.e. a PRA. Okay, these are the strategies that wealthy people are using. My husband and I, we plugged in to that. And we just purchased us some land just a few months ago. Just got our deed and everything about 2 months ago and got our plaque. So when I tell you, in less than 2 years, we were able to plug into every part of this program and see results. It changed everything about our finances, everything about our mindset. And in the 20 plus years that we have been in school, trainings, military, blah, 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 we were going downhill as it pertained to our finances and turn around and learned all of what we know now in less than 2 years, implemented it and seeing results. So remember I said you need 3 solutions. So I just went over 2 of them, cash flow management and investment income. Now we're going to go over the business income. So by owning an MWR financial business, you can make wealth real by increasing your income 1 digit at a time. Now let me show you how this works. All right, when you enroll, right, your first 3 business partners and 1 customer, the company is going to give you a bonus of $340. That's what you will receive in your first 30 days, right? They call it a fast start momentum bonus for coming on in and sharing this with as many people as you know. 3 of them join, and 3 business partners and 1 customer. Now you just grabbed yourself 340. Well, it's not going to stop there. You're going to go and turn around and help those 3 people go and do exactly what you just did. When you do that, the company is now going to pay you an additional $450 for helping your people on board and get started. Okay, that's in bonus money. You do that within your first 60 days or less. Then you're not going to stop there. You're going to help your people go and grab their $450 the same way you did. And now the company is going to pay you an additional $900 for helping your folks help their folks. All right. So everybody's helping each other, and you just grabbed yourself an extra $1,500 in bonus cash money that you can use in 90 days or less, that you can grab to help you do whatever it is that you want to do with it. Some people are doing this thing in a week. Some people do it in a month. Some people do it in 2 months. It doesn't matter. We had someone grab this 340 in 2 days. She joined on Good Friday, and she always says by Easter Sunday, I had my money back and then some, because she brought on more than 3 business partners. So that's how fast. So Christmas is coming up, guys. Who can use an extra 340, right, for Christmas? Who can use an extra 450? Who can use an extra 900 for Christmas, or to pay off some stuff, or to give to your charity or organization, or send to your parents, right, to your children, whatever. Invest. That's what you will get when you get started with us. Now, and plug in. What I also will do when you did that first step was those 3 business partners and 1 customer. That's going to put you into our daily guarantee club. That club starts at $150 a month, and it goes up to $30,000 a month. This is true guaranteed residual income, work that you did one time, getting paid over and over and over again. Let me tell you how you unlock it. Those 3 business partners and 1 customer unlocks it for you. That's powerful. But then when they go and share with others, now you have an organization size of 12. You don't only know 3 of the 12 people that's in here. The other 9 came from the 3 that you initially enrolled, their people. So your organization size grew to 12. Now that's $600 a month coming into your household. They say, statistics say, right, that an extra $600 a month will keep a person out of foreclosure or bankruptcy. Now they're going to continue to share it. You can't stop them from sharing it because they're seeing results. They're talking, whether you want to or not, you're going to get paid. Because now your organization size had grew, and now you're at 900. And it just continues to go and go and go up till you get to $30,000 a month. Now, this is a thing that I've been asking people, right? I don't know what your monthly expenses are. Only you know where you're at on here, wherever you're making monthly in your income or whatever expenses you have. But think about your monthly income, right? How much are you making? Are you at the 6,000 right now? Are you at 9,000? You're at 15,000. Are you at 3,000? And if you're not, how long have you been on your job? Because last I checked, the plan that has been sold to everybody is what? The 40-40-40 plan, which is to work for 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of your income. Now, the major question is this. If you can't live off of 100% of your income right now, then how in the world will you be able to live off of 40% of it when you retire? It's impossible. It won't be able to happen. So if it took you 1 year, if it took you 2 years, if it took you 6 months, 4 months, 5 years to reach wherever you're at in your monthly expenses, right, at home, or even your monthly income, would it matter? And I would almost think that people would say, no, it wouldn't, because the plan is 40 years anyway, right? You were going to do that to retirement because that's what you were told and sold on. So if you're willing to give 40 years to know that it's not going to work, you know the end result at the beginning, but you're still willing to do it. Why not give yourself 2 years, 6 months, a year to see what can happen for you? When you have 584 people in your organization, that will yield you $6,000 a month minimum. I'm going to use this example because it's highlighted. And I want to show you what else that will do for you. That's going to put you into our presidential club and also our luxury vehicle club. That presidential club, at that level, you're at $2,500 a month, tier 3. You're at tier 3 of the luxury vehicle club at $3,000 a month. So now you total that up, that's $11,500 a month or $138,000 a year coming back into your household. What could you do with that kind of income? And for those of you on the line listening who's saying, oh, that's 6 figures, I already make 6 figures, no problem. Well, let's jump on over to the presidential side where we max out at $100,000 a month. So 6 figures a year versus 6 figures a month are two different conversations. So we have something for everyone on this chart. You decide where you want to be, how much you want to make, and our goals are to get you first plugged into these services, to this program. Next, we want to get you in profit mode, which profit mode is only 3 business partners and 1 customer. After that, we want you to pick wherever your monthly expenses are, and we want you to be able to cover that. Because when you can do that consistently, now you have options to where you can walk away from your job. You can supplement, you can send money away or home or wherever. You can give, right? You can go upgrade and get that bigger house, put your child in that different school that you wanted to put your child into. So many options you have when your sole option is only not your job, which most of the time you may not even want to go in there or see the people that's in there and got to put a smile on your face when you really don't want to. You do this for the comfort of your own home. This is true residual income that you're getting in. And these are more ways we get paid. You get 25% check match, up to $75 in coded leadership bonuses, 25 to 50% presidential match, personal and coded customer residuals. It's just more money added to the pot. This program right here, and this is why I spent time here, is exactly what my husband and I plugged into. Plugged into this, and we were able to have him walk away from his job after being with this company for 2 years. He was on the force for 7 years, working 260 hours a month for these 5 years. And now we're down to him only having to volunteer 8 hours of his time because that's in order to keep his certification. So when he went from voluntold to volunteer now. This is what this income is doing for so many people. And it's not just me. There's so many others who have retired. There's people who have come in here 4 months, 6 months, have hit large amounts of money in here. It's wherever you want to be. So you just learned tonight about one company that can help you achieve 2 objectives by providing you with the 3 solutions needed to remedy the 4 financial challenges that everyone faces. Now let's go ahead and talk about the prices. I know that's what you guys are waiting for, okay? The services, everything I just went over, bases 1 through 4, $79.97 per month. And that does cover you and your spouse. Listen, I've been talking to people who they've paid $130 just to get their credit repaired, and that was just for them. I've talked to people who paid a couple $1,000s. They was such in a rush. They wanted to go and get their credit repaired. Somebody told them they could do it and all of that. We are not a credit repair company. We offer credit restoration and credit repair for no additional cost. That's included in your membership. All of what I showed you, you grab for $79.97 with your spouse. No setup fees, no contracts. That shows you the heart of the CEO. He's not trying to lock people, pigeonhole people in here, trick people to stay in here. No. Free will. Okay. And then you refer 3 people and your services are free. Ladies, gentlemen, come on. We are constantly taking pictures, right? I just went and my husband and I just celebrated our 12-year anniversary. We went and got nails and pedicure done, and I'm tagging the place and the spa place and all of that stuff. They didn't give me no free pedicure or free manicure. I'm tagging restaurants and vacation places and all of that. They don't give me anything. But we do it. We tell people about a good time, a good restaurant, a good movie. I just went and saw Tenet with Denzel Washington's son on Sunday. Nobody sent me a gift certificate. But when you can share this with 3 people, your services are free. Why would you not want to share something that can empower and impact your circle, your network? And everybody can be winning. If you decide that you want to lock arms with this business and you want to join like myself and so many others, $228.97 one time is what you would pay to get started. That is it. And this is really a write-off because it's a business expense. After that, you're just paying $119.97 a month to maintain your business. That's $40 for the services and $40 for the business and $79.97 for the services. Well, remember I said when those 3 people join for the services, that $79.97 goes away. So now all you're paying is $40 a month to run your business, which is a write-off. Well, let's say you are a W-2 employee. You take that instant pay raise and you allow that to cover your monthly, like my husband and I did. $400 a month is what he was getting in that paycheck. That was covering our $119, and we still had ice cream money left over. If you don't have a job, no problem. You go and find 3 movers and shakers just like yourself and 1 customer, and that right there is going to cover your monthly because you'll be getting that minimum of $150 coming into your household. and that will cover. So no matter how you slice or dice this, you are in a business where you are in profit mode and no overhead, and can be in profit mode without having a business partner or a customer. Do you realize that? What business can you start where you don't sell a product or service or recruit anyone and still be in profit mode? That's what happened to my husband and I. We didn't have a business partner. We didn't have a customer. Matter of fact, we didn't have one for 90 days. 90 days. We had 0 people join us for this business or for the services. But that didn't stop us because we weren't losing. We were winning, getting ourselves in order and still in profit mode. What comes with your program is the business center, the membership, the websites, the capture systems, marketing materials, training, unlimited support. More than what you need, honestly. But we have it all there for you. There's no shortage. We guarantee your success. This is another thing that you can see the heart of the CEO. He says, if you follow our plan of action, that's the blueprint, and our strategies and our experts are not able to save or make you more money in your first 30 days, MWR Financial will give you a full refund, not a partial refund. They're not going to make you wait 30 months, 30 days, plug in. See if you get results or not after following the blueprint. If you don't, get your money back. It's that simple. So at this point of the presentation, we are just about the end. After this, I'm going to actually bring up a few people so you can hear, their testimony. But I say to you this, you may not be interested, and that means you're number 3. You might be out. No problem. But at least pass this on to somebody who needs an opportunity, because that may be the sole reason why you're on here, to be the ears so you can hear a program that can pass on to somebody who that may be connected to you or you will be connected to in the future. Or number 2, you said, you know what, I want these services. Get back with whoever invited you here and let them know you're ready to get started with these services. Or number 1, you said, you know what, I want to join and lock arms with this business. I love this movement. I love what it's about. I love that there's no risk, but I love that you can really win by just plugging in. And you're willing to take a try because you probably tried so many other things. And on top of that, you probably missed out on a lot of other opportunities that have come your way, i.e. the cell phone movement, right? Cell phones, we're all now consumers. We missed that opportunity to be an investor. Look at Zoom, right? We missed that opportunity to be an investor when those visionaries were looking for people to join and partner and invest. And people are like, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Look at the bottled water. People right now, Dasani, Poland Springs, Deer Park, right? Back when we all said, oh, that's a scam. Water, how can they charge people for water when water is free? Yeah, well, now look, we barely could keep water on the shelves in Walmart. We missed it. So our CEO, Mr. Brian House, is a visionary. He's one who has a vision, and his vision was to include other people to partner up and join in this vision. Don't miss it because it's not your vision. It's your opportunity to partner with a vision so that way you can fund and get the resources to go and do the things that God has called you to do as well. Don't miss it, guys. Do not miss it. And I'm so grateful that we did not miss it because we were so focused, right? We prayed and we were asking for an opportunity. And thank goodness we didn't think that it was going to come in a certain package, because had we thought it was going to come a certain way, we would have missed it. If you are praying for something and you don't know, right, the result or the answers, the package may be right here in front of you, but because you're so focused on what you think is going to look like, you missed it. If you know what it's going to look like, then why are you praying? But if you don't know what it's going to look like and you just needing help, then don't miss it. Keep your eyes open, guys. So anyway, that's my time. I'm going to bring up my testimonies, but 2 things I'm going to leave you with that I've been saying. The most expensive thing that a person can own is a closed mind. And we'll see everybody over the top because the bottom truly is way too crowded. Thank you all so much for allowing me to share. Get back with whoever invited you. Let them know you're ready to get rolling. We want to get you plugged in, paid, promoted, and in profit mode ASAP. Welcome to the MWR Financial family. For those of you who said yes, you're ready to join. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to bring up 2 guests, 2 people who have been utilizing this program and was able to see results in just a short period of time. So my first guest I want to bring up is a gentleman who I've had the pleasure to now know almost a year now. Just humble, love his spirit, just a true man of God, just, really wanting to see people win, have partnered and connected with so many others in his area and beyond. And I want him to just come up and just share what this program has done for him so far as it pertains to this business. And a little bit about your background, about 2 minutes, if you can come up, Paul. And so Mr. Paul Thomas out of the Philadelphia region, come on up and share your testimony.
Can you hear me, Ms. Jatasha?
Yes, I can, loud and clear.
Okay, first and foremost, that presentation was amazing. I had to make sure I'm like cool so I'm not sweating too much through my shirt because I was like ex-athlete. It was like game day. I was getting hype again, like I was ready to go perform and like play my game. So that presentation was amazing. So I just want to thank you for inviting me on to just be a part of this 20K and 20-day extravaganza that we're doing. It's just amazing. So for those that don't know me, my name is Paul Thomas. I'm actually a diesel technician by trade. I fix cars, trucks, and buses. But my passion and purpose is entrepreneurship because I never understood working for someone else for my whole life to make them rich. That never made sense to me. So all my life, I was always looking at other ways of making money. Since I was a kid, I played Monopoly. Why? Because it showed you different ways of making money. And as I got older, I started reading the books, The Rich Dad, Poor Dads, The Think and Grow Rich, The Richest Man in Babylon. But it was that piece that was missing. They showed you very good things to do with your money, but there was always that piece that I was missing. And then in came MWR. In came MWR, and I can forever be grateful for Mr. Brian House. I'm Adamu Tolson, T-Hawk, my mentor, Mr. McCasey Anika, and my team. And Jatasha, I am so thankful that you did not give up those first 90 days. I cannot imagine those first 90 days for you. And because you did not give up, my life will forever be better for it and so many others. So what does that mean for me with the system that they have created? Oh my gosh. It's so simple when you plug in. I got a return on my investment in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That is unheard of because this is a non-traditional business. So you can get non-traditional results. So with that, I showed 3 other individuals to do what I did. Okay. And the very next week, that positioned me to make $20 a day, $600 a month. And at first glance, that's residual income. And people will say, well, that's not really that much money. I need you to understand this because we know this to be true. There are people out here in the world that buy houses, renovate them, find tenants, and charge them $600 a month in rent. I can assure you of this, doing this right here is going to be way less time, energy, stress, and a whole lot less money. But the profit margin is going to be way bigger. And right now I am staring down a minimum of $30 a day, $900 a month in residual income. And you know the beautiful thing about that is the only way I get there is by showing 3 individuals to get to where I'm at. Isn't that the way that life should be? That the only way that you can truly get ahead is by showing someone else how to do better. That's what we have here, and I am forever grateful for it. So I'll just leave it there because I can go on forever. So thank you for letting me share, Ms. Tasha.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your yes and being here. And I love it. I love what you just shared, how you shared it. And you're absolutely right. Looking at it, people want to be real estate investors so bad and flipping homes, but they don't realize after you do all the work, blood, sweat, and tears, the return on it is not even nothing to go, like I say, run home and tell mom about. But you can do here and be in our living room, right? Or I'm in my office. You're in your location, office, wherever you're at. Other people on here watching. We're all from the comfort of our home, having a whole good time. People are up here commenting, all of that. And none of us are in harm's way. We're not out there. We're right here. So that's truly a blessing with what we have. I mean, I love it. I get excited every single time I hear this presentation. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Next up, I know some of you may be on here listening because we're going to address some of the doubters and the skeptics, right? Who are saying, oh, they practice that, they rehearse that, or what have you. No, but we're going to bring up somebody who's going to share with you the other side of it. You heard my story, 90 days, we didn't have anybody. And then you heard Paul's story. He's making money and excited. But let's hear from someone else who I actually went to middle school with this young lady and high school and shared the information a few times. She saw it, but she was thinking about, I'll let her tell a story. I'm not even going to tell it. Deanna, if you can come up and share with us a little bit about your background. Also share about, what you're making in your job, because I know you shared it before in public, and that's really a very important piece for people to hear. And then what MWR Financial has done for you so far.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jatasha. Thank you for inviting me to speak tonight, but thank you for inviting me to the MWR family more than anything. I will say that I was one of those people who was doubtful. Jatasha reached out to me a couple times. I reached back out to her a couple times. And then I said, I really can't get any business partners. I'm way too busy for that. Sign me up for the services. They sound great. And she said, well, watch this video one more time. And I watched it a couple more times and decided I'm going to go all the way. So now about 35 days ago, I signed on to the MWR family, got connected to all of the services, which are awesome services. Let me just tell you, I submitted my W-2. No, I submitted my tax refund to the financial experts. They gave me back an amended W-4, and I submitted it to Human Resources. I will say I am currently a six-figure income earner, living paycheck to paycheck, which is not a good place to be. Drowning in debt. So I submitted my amended W-4 to Human Resources, and the payroll woman called me immediately. She said, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Where did you get this from? Do you really want me to do this? And I said, yeah, the expert said do it, and we're going to do it. So she submitted the W-4, and she says, if you don't get a paycheck in 2 weeks, call me and we'll fix it. So 2 weeks later, direct deposit goes in, and a paycheck I got. But I also got a $787 pay increase in that paycheck. That is a biweekly paycheck. Over $1,500 of my income shifted back to me in less than the 30 days from starting with the MWR financial family. And to put the icing on the cake, I got my monthly statement from Equity Max, made the payments as I was instructed to do, and paid off 2 credit cards last month. Today, I'm submitting my billing for the month and paid off another credit card with my second monthly statement that came on the 28th. So 3 credit cards. I'm ashamed to admit how many credit cards I have, but I'm on the right track. And following the monthly statements, I'm not spending any more money per month. And I've already knocked out 3 credit cards. I'm on track to pay off all of my debt 20 years sooner than if I continued to go down the road I was going down. So I'm just so grateful to you, Jatasha, so grateful to you, Brian House, everyone else who has allowed me to become a part of this family. And as Jatasha said, we're headed to the top. Way, way too crowded on the bottom. Thank you.
Woo! I'm here screaming. My body is electrified with goosebumps because I didn't even know the extra credit card and came. She only been here 35 days, mind you. 35 days and already getting $1,500 shifted back to her a month and paying off credit cards. And she didn't even, listen, the bill shredders, we didn't even get that because that's in the works. And all the other stuff that she's plugging into. So next time you hear her again, the testimony is going to be more and more. So I'm so grateful because that's what we can do. She doesn't have a business partner yet. But you think yet. No, they're coming. Trust me, hearing these testimonies, they're coming. But she got herself in order. And that's what I love. You can get your financial house in order. And then you can go out and help other people do the same thing. Do it simultaneously. It don't matter.
Absolutely.
You go plug in. So thank you. Thank you so much, Sienna. I so appreciate you. I'm excited. Cannot wait to see all that this company is going to do for you and your family. So thank you for being on.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are so welcome. Everyone, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I truly hope you had and got some value out of this. I try to share with you as much as I can, give you our story, be as transparent. Like our CEO said, we're not about the hype. We want to make sure people get their financial house in order. All right. So we're going to do this again tomorrow night. We have phenomenal speakers. We're going to have lots of testimonies over these next 20 days. Come back on here tomorrow night, same place, same time. Get yourself plugged in, right? And then go ahead and help other people get themselves together. So thank you all again so much. Go out there and continue to share this message, share this live. And as I always say, we'll see everybody over the top because the bottom is way too crowded. God bless all of you. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.